Thank you for joining us today on HXGN TV, the online video channel for Hexagon's global network of brands. I am your host, Rebecca Fu. Today we are speaking to Matthew Smith, President Asia Pacific of Hexagon Geosystems. Thanks for joining us.
Morning, Rebecca.
First question, can you tell us more about yourself and how did working in the Far East came about?
Yes, certainly. Originally I'm from the United Kingdom. I became a surveyor because I wanted to travel, and as we say, sometimes you have to be careful what you wish for because it can happen. I met my wife in Indonesia 30 years ago. She's an Australian and I now have Australian citizenship, and I've spent more than half of my working life now in the Asia Pacific region.
So this region is made out of culturally diverse population. Is there any unique character that unifies this region, and how do you manage such a diverse?
Yes, I think you make a good point. The region is very, very diverse, and I really don't think there is one trait that would bind the region. We go from places like Pakistan to Australia, which obviously have very different histories and cultures behind them, and then we have places like Japan and Indonesia, all very, very different places right across the region. How do we manage it? In specific markets, we're fairly homogenous in terms of our workforce. So in Japan, most of our people, all of our people, are Japanese. However, when we go across the region, so people with regional responsibilities primarily based in Singapore, then we see from a team of 20 people, we have something like 14 different nationalities. So that's really how we handle the difference across the region.
Right. The APAC team has started launching Leica Geosystems Be Captivated campaign. And with many roadshows and events like this, how has the reception in this region?
We've spent a lot of time recently rolling out roadshows in Australasia and Southeast Asia. We've yet to start in Korea and Japan as we wait for type approvals on the new instrumentation. Where we have rolled out, we have seen some immediate successes in Australasia and New Zealand in terms of sales, where we can get to the customers and demonstrate the benefits of these instruments. We see a lot of excitement in the marketplace. So we're looking forward to a really good launch with this product.
Right. Besides this, like a Geosystems Be Captivated campaign, there were also many products that's coming out. Just to name a few, Scan Station P40, the Leica Digital S910, Pegasus backpack, and Beam technology. So this industry seems to innovate at great speed.
Yes, yeah, it does. And as a company, I think Hexagon spends, or I know that Hexagon spends a lot of money, upwards of 11% on R&D, research and development. We should expect there to be a continual rollout of new products, new solutions, new systems for our customers. One of our challenges, of course, is to manage that. How do we do it? Well, I like to think we are fairly good at planning. We have very good relationships, planning relationships with the research and development people, with the business unit, so we have a good insight of what is coming and when, so we can do the planning. From an operational point of view, we try where we can and where appropriate to launch products at the same time. So for instance, with the Be Captivate, we've also been launching at the same time the P30 and the P40 scanners, the appropriate technologies together.
Oh, right. So Leica Geosystems Technology Private Limited has established since 2005, and it's coming to its 10th year anniversary. And can you give us a brief history of that, and how would you describe the workforce and the working culture here?
Actually, we can trace our history back in Singapore to 1969. So what's that, 46 years, almost as old as the country itself. The latest iteration of the companies, you're right, is Leica Geosystems Technologies Proprietary Limited, which was established in 2005. It's primarily a manufacturing facility, and when we look at that facility, we see a company of which we can all be very, very proud. We produce a lot of instrumentation there. The quality is excellent. The production engineers, the whole management team is focused on producing a quality product at the right time. So the culture is very much quality driven. What can we do for the customer?
Right. So what are the technological trends for Asia-Pac?
I think we mentioned that the region is very diverse. The underlying technology trends I don't think are particularly different from the rest of the world. So we see a lot of talk, a lot of a move from 2D to 3D. We see a lot of demand for machine control type applications, even in some of the less developed markets of the region. We also see more demand for UAVs. Everybody is talking about BIM, so there are many aspects to this, but I don't think it's fundamentally different from what we would see globally.
So then how do you see emerging markets in this part of the region in terms contributing to Hexagon Geosystems market share for the next 5 to 10 years?
Southeast Asia's got 500 million people in it. There is a large amount of growth currently in their GDP. Their middle classes are growing. Their demand for more products will increase. So naturally we will see growth in this region. I believe that we can contribute strongly to the Hexagon Geosystems story as we go forward.
We'd like to thank our guest, Matthew Smith, for joining us today. For more about Leica Geosystems, please log on to leicageosystems.com. For more episodes of HXGN TV, please log on to hxgntv.com. Thanks for watching.